Records unearthed from the archives of the Jade Sea tell of a battle not easily chronicled in mere words. In recap, Tales of Herding Gods, Chapter 935, Chapter 936. The chronicles reveal Qin Mu ensnared in the unchanging pavilion, repeatedly slain by Celestial Venerable Hao through 81 distinct divine arts, each death a masterstroke of cruelty and precision. Yet as the cycles stretched on, subtle fractures in Hao's creations began to glimmer, unnoticed by all but the ever-growing consciousness of Mu. Now, with the 82nd move unfolded and the 100 moves to kill Mu unraveling before his eyes, attention coils in the celestial heavens itself. Attention that promises not just confrontation, but revelation. Who will wield destiny when flaws are exposed and power is absolute? The stage is set, and the first threads of fate tremble. This is the 26th time that Celestial Venerable Hao has claimed my life. Qin Mu sipped his tea with quiet contemplation, the subtle fragrance now seeming slightly insipid to his refined palate. Setting the cup aside, he murmured, "Not once did you repeat a single divine art across these 26 deaths. Truly remarkable. Since arriving in the celestial heavens, I have been pressed for time. I wonder what teas these hallowed realms hold. Amongst the powerful and the noble, surely the brews here surpass those of the lower bound." A spark of inspiration flickered within him. He wished to procure these celestial leaves and gift them to his friends below. At that instant, Celestial Venerable Hao struck once more in the illusion, ending Qin Mu's life again. But what is the currency of this heavenly domain? The great abundance coin of eternal peace is of no use here. A pang of longing for Hu Linger and Si Yunxiang crept into his mind. Their presence would have spared him such concerns. Soon, the Celestial Empress shall establish the spirit-energy mutual shift bridge, opening passage between the primordial realm and the celestial heavens. Then riches shall come to me, he mused, closing his eyes to meditate. 51 deaths now, each wrought by a unique divine art from Celestial Venerable Hao. How extraordinary! I had not realized the numerous flaws embedded within my own techniques. Admiration swelled naturally. As the saying went, the observer perceives the truth. One seldom sees the weaknesses in their own skills. For the proud like Qin Mu, their arts appeared flawless, yet the discerning eye revealed countless imperfections. Celestial Venerable Hao, after all, was a Celestial Venerable, the second ever to unlock a divine treasure, following only Celestial Venerable Yu. Through years of research, he forged the 100 moves to kill Mu, proving that even Qin Mu's skills and divine arts harbored at least 100 weaknesses. To have such a master refine one's techniques was fortune indeed. In the dreamlike world of Celestial Venerable Hao, Qin Mu's life was a cycle of repetition. Each demise led him inexorably to the beginning, standing at the pavilion gazing upon the Jade Sea, awaiting Qin Mu's approach. Every time the first words uttered were the same: Celestial Venerable Mu appears undisturbed. Yet as astonishment and confusion deepened, a strange familiarity arose, as if these moments had been experienced countless times before. Since acquiring the Grand Primordium Origin Stone, Qin Mu's consciousness had grown formidable. Even before reaching the celestial heavens, he had discerned flaws in Left Assistant Minister Yan Shaoking's consciousness technique, ensnaring the master practitioner in an endless illusion. Now, with the Supreme Palace Enclosure Higher Knowledge, the Grand Primordium Origin Stone, and the 3 Primordial Spirit Undying God Consciousness, his power had multiplied manyfold. This time, he not only wielded a consciousness divine art, but also an unrefined unchanging divine art, freezing the small pavilion within an unchanging space. Celestial Venerable Hao endured the cycle repeatedly within this unchanging realm. Upon it, Qin Mu deployed Brahma Buddha's Boundless Calamity Sutra, not to enter a dream, but to ensnare the clone of himself in a perpetual dreamscape, erasing memory and returning him to the beginning each time. 81 cycles already. Qin Mu cleansed the tea set by the Jade Sea beneath the pavilion. Leisurely, he reflected, 81 perfect deaths, each unique. He has discerned my raising calamity sword, opening calamity sword, and more. His mastery is immense. 19 fates yet remain. A ripple stirred the pavilion space. Celestial Venerable Hao sensed a disturbance. My comprehension of the unchanging divine art from the Peachwood Hairpin and Ghost Ship remains shallow. Traps are set, but perfection eludes me compared to Celestial Venerable Ling. The flaw had grown, and by the 81st round, even the concealed shard of Celestial Venerable Hao's consciousness within the clone perceived it. In the unchanging space, Celestial Venerable Hao struck again, shattering Qin Mu's form, bones splintering as breath escaped him. The doubts in his eyes thickened. Yet all returned, memory wiped, the beginning anew. Qin Mu approached, unscathed in the pavilion. Yet a pair of bloody feet lingered. Celestial Venerable Hao's gaze sharpened as realization dawned. The Qin Mu before him lacked feet, yet walked perfectly stable. Confusion fled, clarity of the third eye emerging. How audacious to weave such a ruse before me! A titanic surge of consciousness assailed the unchanging space, the illusion shattering, revealing the true jade pool. Cold sweat beaded upon him as he launched a defensive wave of awareness, careful not to alert other celestial masters. The plan to secretly supplant Qin Mu collapsed. Fury flared as the pavilion Qin Mu turned, smiling faintly. Celestial Venerable Hao's composure returned. Impressive stratagem, Celestial Venerable Mu. I am humbled. Well said, Qin Mu replied. Concern flickered. Celestial Venerable Hao, are you unshaken? Only 82 moves of your 100 moves have been displayed. 18 remain. Shall we proceed? I think not, came the chilling reply. You should, said Qin Mu, releasing a sword pellet from his third eye, transforming it midair into a treasure sword. Since escape is impossible, why not reveal the other 18 arts? I shall not grant the courtesy of consciousness divine art this time. Waves of consciousness surged above the Jade Sea, rippling skies and summoning thunder, alerting the celestial masters who sent scouting awareness to witness. Qin Mu laughed. Use your remaining 18 arts to kill me, or succumb yourself. Celestial Venerable Hao's clone narrowed eyes, a mirror of Qin Mu's. Perhaps instead I shall wield the 82 already used. You may try, Qin Mu smiled. The clone struck, unleashing the first of the 100 moves to kill Mu, aiming at every subtle flaw in Qin Mu's technique. Thousands of sword variations, yet a single crack allowed instantaneous passage. Qin Mu's raising calamity sword met the strike. Light flared. The clone's finger severed into the Jade Sea. Celestial Venerable Hao altered his art, using the 8th move. Beams erupted from his 3 eyes, colliding into intricate nets. Yet 3 flashes of sword light blinded the clone's eyes. A roar thundered, his colossal fist poised to crush mountains. In illusion, Qin Mu endured, yet his wrists were severed in defiance. This breaks the 2nd move of your 100 moves. Sword light danced around Celestial Venerable Hao, piercing and emerging from his back. This is the way to break the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th. Countless sword lights whirled. The clone was bloodied, yet spared instant death, illustrating the futility of Hao's millennia of effort. The 100 moves were undone. Qin Mu integrated the flaws, refining his Overlord Body 3 elixir technique, perfecting his swordplay, abandoning the sword pellet for fists, kicks, and divine arts. 82 moves fell one by one. The sword pellet returned to his brow, clothes billowing. The clone lay drenched in blood. What is the 83rd move? Qin Mu asked. The bloody clone smiled. You will see, Celestial Venerable Mu. I shall impart the remaining 18 to my disciples, and they shall slay you. Consciousness dissipated with laughter. 18 flaws remain. 18 deaths shall come. How obstinate, Qin Mu coldly murmured, raising a finger. The clone's brain erupted, body tumbling into the Jade Sea. The celestial observers above were dumbstruck. As we arrived, Celestial Venerable Mu slew Celestial Venerable Mu, a voice whispered in awe. Celestial Venerable Hao's consciousness flickered back like a lone candle in the wind, his visage wan and strained. Every sensation of that fragile shard of awareness surged violently through his mind, leaving him disoriented. Though Qin Mu had wiped away the memory of this fragment, the imperfections in Hao's unrefined, unchanging divine art could not be concealed. His scrutiny was immediate and precise, revealing the myriad methods of the 100 ways to kill Mu he had employed. His brow furrowed with thought. Could it be the Boundless Calamity Sutra of Brahma Buddha? Yet that sutra is a cultivation path of unmatched difficulty. Even though Brahma Buddha entrusted it to the celestial heavens in these dire times, few could master it without the foundation of a Buddha's path. Hao's frown deepened. The Boundless Calamity Sutra demanded supreme cultivation of the Buddha nature, a prerequisite no mere mortal could emulate. In ages past, he would have guarded it jealously. never granting access to outsiders. Only the calamity before him had compelled him to release its secrets. Yet even so, without the guidance of one on the true path of Buddha, comprehension was nearly impossible, requiring countless years to grasp the scriptures and inherit the technique. Brahma Buddha had concealed portions of it, for those who walked the mind's path could cultivate it gradually through understanding scripture with a serene heart, or receive it in dreams. Knowledge imparted directly, bypassing comprehension entirely, the two paths bore different merits. The first, pursued by the likes of Devil Ape John Kong, Rulei Ma, Monk Ming Shin, and Sakra Buddha, granted profound understanding, tempering Buddha nature with true enlightenment. The second, which Qin Mu followed, relied on dream transmission, allowing immediate use, but without insight. He could not explain the workings of the Boundless Calamity Sutra to another. "Master, shall we forge another Celestial Venerable Mu?" A half-god inquired, bowing deeply. Hao shook his head, his voice calm yet resolute. "No, Qin Mu is but a minor figure, unworthy of my exertion. My foes are the ancient gods and the other celestial venerables. Now, the path clears, for we can discern friend from foe. To devote energy to Qin Mu is to court ruin through trivial missteps." He chuckled softly. "Qin Mu, select 18 of our most talented disciples. I will impart to them the 18 ways to slay Mu, granting them the chance to strike at Qin Mu." Qin Mu bowed and asked, "What realm must they attain?" Hao's gaze was steady. "True God realm suffices. We have none beyond this within Hao Palace. Those who surpass will be sent to govern the heavens, their power diffused, ensuring influence across all domains." Qin Mu departed to choose the disciples. Soon, 18 appeared before Hao. Though Hao had many disciples, he seldom instructed them personally. Qin Mu knew them far better. Most instruction was delegated, and only a select few ever received Hao's direct guidance. Even the disciple of the ancient celestial emperor, Yan Qiling, had never grasped the ultimate technique. She knew only runes of the great Tao arranged by Tao ancestor, and a few divine arts imparted by the emperor himself. Hao's eyes scanned the 18, lips tightening. "These disciples are too weak, scarcely stronger than Qin Mu." Qin Mu replied swiftly, "I have imparted to them the Emperor's Throne techniques as you instructed. Their comprehension varies by individual aptitude." Hao's sharp gaze glimmered. "Speak plainly. How many techniques have you merged yourselves?" A woman stepped forth, bowing. "Disciple Shu Yufang, I have merged the Four Symbols Calamity Technique, Great Green Watery Jade Sutra, and Delighted Yin and Yang Technique into the Small Celestial Heavens Techniques." Hao inclined his head. "Merging 3 yields the rank of Small Celestial Heavens, yet it is insufficient. Qin Mu knows 3 or more Emperor's Throne techniques." Another woman in purple robes advanced. "Disciple Hua Angxiu, I have merged the Boundless Mingdu Sutra, Xuandu Mahayana Sutra, 4 Symbols Calamity Technique, and 9 Phoenix Towards the Sun Technique." Hao laughed. "Barely adequate." One by one, the young gods recited the techniques they had cultivated, each revealing their mastery. Though Hao kept his ultimate art secret, he permitted disciples to study the Emperor's Throne techniques freely. Few could merge more than 3 or 4. Most attained the small celestial heaven standard. Yet in the vastness of the worlds and heavens, these were prodigies indeed. Emperor's Throne techniques were exceedingly rare, as were true gods. After all had spoken, Hao's gaze hardened. "Is this all?" Qin Mu hesitated. "I found 15 in the true god realm. Some merged more, one even reaching Great Celestial Heavens." Hao's expression shifted. Great Celestial Heavens demanded 18 Emperor's Throne techniques fused. Astonishment gripped him. "He has merged 18 techniques, yet remains at the Divine Bridge realm?" "Yes," Qin Mu replied. "He barely meets the Great Celestial Heavens standard." Hao's heart stirred. Such talent rivaled the 10 Celestial Venerables, and yet he was young, still at the Divine Bridge realm. Even so, Qin Mu's realm was modest. He had fused only 3 or 4 techniques. "Bring this disciple forth," Hao ordered. Qin Mu returned with a lady. She bowed. "Disciple Lian Huahun pays respects, master." Hao's eyes gleamed. "Rise." She obeyed, and Hao's scrutiny revealed perfection. Delicate shoulders, a slim waist, eyes that enthralled, sashes dancing around her back. A wheel of vital qi floated serenely above her head, untouched by mortal essence. She bore a striking resemblance to Mistress Yuanmu, her mother. Hao's heart stirred. Her beauty was natural, unaltered by artifice. He suppressed his desire, yet a spark of pride touched him. Other disciples may learn one way to slay Mu. Lian Huahun shall master all 18. Let her aid in eliminating Qin Mu. I will forge each a precious artifact to protect their consciousness from his illusions. The disciples bowed, acknowledging the charge. Qin Mu warned, Master, striking in the celestial heavens is treacherous. Many ancient gods and celestial venerables protect Mu unseen. Hao's gaze hardened. Celestial venerables Huo and Shu explored the Great Void, uncovering its dangers. Huo has sent word that an army is required. If we cannot strike him here, we shall in the Great Void. A reason to draw him there can be found, Qin Mu nodded. Withdraw, and prepare to learn the 18 ways to kill Mu. In the slow-winding pavilion of the Jade Pool, Qin Mu toyed with the Grand Emperor's seal. He poured his consciousness into it. Rise! The seal thudded to the ground. Frustrated, he tried again, controlling it with vital qi. The seal floated weakly. Even his third eye failed to command it fully. Constructing the supreme palace enclosure within it, the seal wavered, rising then collapsing. This cursed seal is useless, he roared, smashing it with the core of the primordial tree. The pavilion trembled, yet the seal remained unyielding. Shujun's voice rang in his mind. Lowly life form, the seal of Grand Emperor Juyushi is not a toy. Give me a year's worth of your essence, blood, and consciousness, and I shall teach you its use. Qin Mu ignored him, inspecting the sacrificial altar left by Celestial Venerable Yun. Shujun tensed, fearing discovery. Shujun, Qin Mu said, teach me the supreme palace enclosure higher knowledge fully, and I will restore another eye for you. Shujun laughed coldly. In your dreams, only 1/3 is imparted. 1 eye is insufficient, a brain is needed. You have yet to fulfill your end of the bargain. Qin Mu's fury surged. Old schemer, our deal was for me to find the master of creation and for you to teach consciousness cultivation. You gave only 1/3, and dare claim I failed my part? Shujun retorted, I promised only instruction on the primordium origin stone, not the complete technique. I kept my word. Qin Mu trembled with rage. You! The origin stone's flesh quivered, shouting its anger in unison. After a pause, Qin Mu's smile returned. Impart the full technique, and I shall grant you essence, blood, and consciousness to restore your head. How does that sound? Shujun considered, then agreed. Very well. Both must act earnestly, without trickery. Qin Mu nodded, silently vowing, I will restore your head, but not your brain, ears, other eye, mouth, teeth, or tongue. Only an empty vessel shall be returned.